Hey everybody, I'm going to be making homemade carnivore bratwurst today. This I found at Restaurant Depot for $1.67 a pound. That's the finished product. It's about a 14-pound 2-pack boneless pork butt. So one I leave for pulled pork. This one I'm going to be cutting up and grinding the whole thing. So a pound of it, I'm just making true carnivore brats. And for that, no sugar, no nitrates, no seasonings. I do add some beef fat to it to change up the flavor profile a little bit. I ended up making some beef jerky, so I have some extra beef fat. You're going to see me grabbing out of the bag and adding that in. Just gives it a little extra something other than straight pork and salt. So if you're looking for something a little different, this is what you need to do. You can use a hand grinder, any kind of grinder. Some people I've seen dice it up really fine. Just keep cutting it with the butcher blade. And that's another way if you don't have a grinder at home and you want some ground meat, you can just keep chopping it up really fine and then mush it up with your hands. I've seen that work really well. But here I have this grinder. You only grind it one time if you want coarse ground. You can send it through twice if you want fine grind. There's nothing wrong with that. Just going to be a little bit more mushy. The texture profile is going to be a little different. So I add a tablespoon of salt per pound, add some water, because when you're stuffing sausage, you want a little bit of moisture in there. It's going to stuff a lot easier. So mix it up really good. Since you're just using salt, you want to make sure you get that throughout the whole meat. So you have a good flavor throughout the whole thing. So here I'm going to change out my grinder plate and my blade. This is the Carnivore 1 horsepower grinder that I got from Cabela's. Comes with the freezer pack too that you put on the, I'll call it the chute to keep it cold. The trick is with making bratwurst or anytime you're going to be doing anything with the grinder, you want to keep your meat cold so it keeps it from sticking to the side as you're stuffing your meat or as you're grinding. So go ahead and put the horn on here, the size needed for the hog casing. So this is just a natural hog intestine casing. You want to soak it for about 20-30 minutes before trying to stuff anything in it. Here I'm going to open up the end. I'm going to dip it into the water. You got to try to get some water into the intestine, and then it goes onto the horn a lot easier. And here my glove slips a lot, so I end up taking off my glove so I can get it on there a lot easier. For these brats, again, all it is the true carnivore diet, so we're not doing the dirty carnivore here. We're doing the real deal, so it's just salt added to some pork shoulder and beef fat. I'm doing about 1.5 pounds. Whoop, whoop, we're going to pop. Nope, I ended up saving it. Pull it back on, make sure that meat gets in there. And you want to leave enough room so when you're winding up your brats into links, you have enough room so it's not going to bust open. So I'm not getting it as tight as I possibly can. I'm leaving it so when I wrap it up, you'll see what I mean, so you're not busting at the seams. So I keep going until nothing else is coming out. Then I know I've gotten most of the meat through there out of the horn. And then I end up smoking this on my master-built smoker to, again, change up that flavor profile a little bit since we're just doing straight protein and fat all the time. It's nice to change it up a little bit, have a little bit different taste. And one way to do that without adding calories or nitrites or sugars is to smoke it. So the salt, the beef, the pork actually made this taste pretty delicious. And it's, you know where the meat's coming from. It came right from the Restaurant Depot. They get it right from the farm, local in the Midwest. So take these off, put them on the smoker grate, and these end up going in at 285 for about 1.5 hours, and they're already up to 165 internal temp. So camera magic, here we go. They're actually a little above 180. And since there's so much fat in there, it's not really going to be overcooking it at all. It's still very moist. And then if you want to give it a more of a snap on the casings, you can always throw it in the air fryer or fry it up in the pan a little bit more. But I'll be quiet now and you can listen to my reaction. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. If you want more carnivore diet recipes, leave a comment. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. It's really good.